Hi guys! How are you guys doing? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everybody, wherever you are in the part of the world. Now, today I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna cook for my husband's dinner. And he requested okra and yellow squash. Yellow squash, okay? But because I already have the okra, so I only gonna cook one piece of yellow squash. So I'm just gonna cut the ends of all this okra. I already cut the, sorry, I already cut the yellow squash. Okay, you have to cut the squash. This is thinly, not too thin, but you know, just the right size. If you bake it, I'm gonna bake it. I'm gonna cook it in the oven. It's supposed to be grilled, but of course I'm gonna use the oven. So I'm just gonna say to bake okra and yellow squash. So now I'm gonna prepare this. I'll show you what I'm gonna put, what I'm gonna use. Like I said, my husband has a specific diet, so it's a diabetic, low sodium diet. So I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do with this, how I'm gonna cook it. So my husband can't have, supposedly, he shouldn't consume more than 2,000 milligrams of salt. But because I talk to his nutritionist every week, and when I cook, I don't use salt anymore. Once in a while I use a little soy sauce, but I haven't used salt for his food since we started his diet. So his nutritionist suggested that you substitute the salt with onion powder and garlic powder. That's my salt. That's the substitute of my salt. So that it will still taste like you have salt on it. It works, and it helps my husband to lower down his blood pressure, his blood sugar, and his heart, because he have a heart disease, a heart problem. So he feels better, he's stronger since we started this diet. So let's go ahead and start putting it on the the baking tray. So I don't normally measure what I put, the spices or whatever the ingredients I put, because it is all depends whoever eats it. Okay, you don't want it too salty, or, well, I'm not gonna use salt, but like I said, you don't want a little. You just put whatever the right taste for you if you cook whatever food you want to cook. But it is better not to put too much in on when you put all together, because if you put too much of all, it's gonna, of all the spices or whatever else you put, you don't want it you don't want it overpowering. Okay, so you have to put a little bit at a time, and then try it, taste it. If you think that it's not enough, then you put more. So let's go ahead and put all of this in here on the tray. Oh God, they are big. I don't know if I'm gonna have enough I think I'm using this too small tray, but let's see. A baking pan, and I'm just gonna put some of the little ones like that. Put it all together, and so that. All right, it's over here. All right, there you go, so you can see it. Put it in there. And I'm just gonna put over here. And then the okra, let's put it also line up like that. My mistake, I'm using a smaller baking pan, but it's okay, it's okay. I only have few pieces anyways. So I'll just put it lined up like this. All the okras there. And okra, for diabetic, okra is the best vegetable you can feed to a person that is that have a diabetes. So I'm just gonna put it like that. Some people also make some like a tea, but not tea, but like a I think they called it, or they called it now as do you call this a water, okra water, and that's what some diabetic people drink. Okra water. So there's there. Now I'm gonna put some olive oil. Like I said, I don't normally use measurements, but at this point I will, because I'm gonna like a drizzle the olive oil on top of this. But I'm gonna only use a 1 teaspoon, one tablespoon. Let's see what's gonna happen. 1 tablespoon like that, just on top of it. Let's see if it's gonna have enough. Like that. I should have put it in a bowl and mix them all together first before that's okay. Now I'm gonna use salt-free seasoning, okay? Salt-free, no salt at all. So I'm just gonna use a little bit and a sprinkler like that. Maybe half a teaspoon would work. It depends how much. Sorry, the black pepper. How much? You know what? I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit. How much spices you want? But you don't, like I said, you don't want the spices to be overpowering. So now, oh, excuse me. It makes me sneeze with the black pepper on it, with the salt. But okay, you're just gonna sprinkle like that with garlic powder. That's the substitute of your salt if you have a problem with salty food, if you are on your diet with low sodium. A person should only consume not more than 2,000 milligrams of salt the whole day. Okay, remember that. Not more than 2,000 milligrams. And when I talked to his nutritionist, my husband's nutritionist, she told me that I think it's a 1 full teaspoon of salt is already 2,000 milligrams. It contains 2,000 milligrams of sodium. So not more than 1 teaspoon the whole day, okay? But it's better if you can if you just stop the salt and just use, like I said, garlic powder if you have it, and onion powder. That's my substitute. So I just gonna put little sage on it. See, sage. There. And let's see. Just a little. I'm not gonna put too much. I put back some of this. Just this a taste, you know. I think you can use any kind of spices you want, but not too much. Okay, I'm just gonna sprinkle a bit of the garlic, the onion powder as my salt substitute for the regular salt, like that. And I think, and this is also a salt-free seasoning. I have a little bit more in here. I just wanted to use it. Mrs. Dash is really the best brand you can get for the salt-free seasoning. But I'm almost out, so I'm just gonna use something. And that's gonna go to the trash. And then I like to put a little rosemary for the aroma. Okay, so a little rosemary. Just a little rosemary. Okay, there you go. And I think I'm good. So we'll see how long it's gonna take, and I'll tell you later on when it's done and how many minutes. Alright, so I will put another half a tablespoon, so 1.5 tablespoon of olive oil, okay, because you want it a little drizzle on there to make it taste good also. Alright, that's done, and now it's ready, and I'm gonna put in the oven. I already turned on the oven to 375 degrees Fahrenheit. So let's see how long. This is my first time to cook this dish, like bake it or grill it. So let's see how many minutes it takes to cook this dish. Okay, very beautiful. See, so I'm gonna put it now, and I will see you guys later when it's done, and I'll show you when it's cooked. I'll show you the finished product, and I will see you guys later. I will be back. Alright? Thank you.